4 months? What was I doing 4 months ago? CMT's Pimp My Ride knockoff, Trick My Truck. Oh, God. That's right, the time has come for me to do another Trick My Truck episode. Now, this one is special because it is different than the others, for reasons you will see. If you don't know, Trick My Truck is basically CMT's version of Pimp My Ride, just with semi-trucks, hence truck. While they do have some differences, for the most part, the show is the same. It's just probably your dad watches it. That's the only difference. It's a channel favorite for me. I love covering it just as much as I love covering Pimp My Ride, and as I said in my last Pimp My Ride video, I like to go back and forth just to kind of refresh it. Now, this episode is kind of similar to the Pimp My Ride episode that we watched a few weeks ago, and you will see why as we get into the episode. But as far as being a Trick My Truck episode, this is borderline just a Pimp My Ride episode on CMT. That's what makes this episode different than the rest that we've covered. And I'm also about to show you the reason I even clicked on this episode in the first place. Now, the title of this episode is what stuck out to me. You might be like me and confused as well as intrigued at why on an episode of the CMT Semi-Truck Transformation Show, they have an episode called Ultimate Spring Break Edition. I had to find out. So without further ado, let's jump into it.
Is that enough? No, we need to go bigger. Yeah!
Now, it wouldn't be an episode of Trick My Truck without them at the beginning just, well, I guess the best way to put it is they're just bulling. They're just bulling. Not for long, though, because those two guys always have to come and be like, what are you guys doing? Before giving them their mission.
Guy's name's Josh Mullen.
One of his bandmates gave us a call and said their band could use a little help.
Josh has got big dreams for his band, and he depends on their van to get them from gig to gig. Sounds like fun. Let's do it. Yeah, do it.
So yeah, basically the exact same premise as the Pimp My Ride episode that we watched a few weeks ago, except, like I said, it's on Trick My Truck, the semi-truck transformation reality show. So now it's time for the gang to assess the condition of this van, which, honestly, not too bad. I'm also comparing this to Pimp My Ride, forgetting that this is Trick My Truck. All the things on Pimp My Ride are usually just the worst things ever. And on Trick My Truck, it's usually just like, yeah, it's my old truck. It just, yeah, I wish it ran better. And they're like, all right, we are going to make it blue. So it's weird seeing an actual car that's like not about to fall apart on a show like this.
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? You Josh? Look, I don't want any trouble, guys.
Buddies from the band wanted you to have the van of your dreams, so they called us.
You serious?
Wait, where's Exhibit? Oh no, yeah, the Pimp My Ride guys, they're busy. They got a lot of other stuff going on, so they dropped you on us. Oh, is that so? You guys are the semi-truck guys, right? Yes, sir. And this is on CMT, is that correct? You got it. Okay, well, at least my dad's gonna see this.
No, we're kidding. This van's hopeless. Good luck, though.
I'm in chronic wrist pain. Chris James, I'm a dog, I miss games.
Kidding, buddy.
All right.
Oh, this carpet's seen better days.
Gets pretty gross with 5 guys in there.
Well, guys, there's tons of room in here. We'll be able to have some fun with this one.
Hey, hand over those keys. JB Hunt's gonna give you a loaner to hold you over until we're done.
Watch them just like give him a semi-truck loaner, because like that's the only loaner they ever give out, and especially it's JB Hunt giving the loaner. If they give this young man a semi-truck, I'm gonna fucking lose it. You know, guys, unrelated, this is stupid. I've got this overwhelming urge to be wearing a hat right now. That's it. Now, guys, I want to take a quick break and thank the sponsor of today's video, Scentbird. That's right, longtime sponsor of the channel, Scentbird, is back, and they're here to help you smell your best. Scentbird is changing the way that you buy and discover new fragrances. They do this by allowing you to find your own unique collection of scents and really narrow down which ones you like the most in an affordable way. Scentbird lets you choose a new designer fragrance to try every month for just $17, which means you get to pick the exact fragrance you want, so there's no surprises. They have plenty of unisex options, and with each fragrance you pick, you get a 30-day supply to see if it works for you. That means you don't have to commit to a full bottle just to find out you might not like it after a week of using it. Not to mention how expensive buying a full bottle can be. They can be upwards of $150 or $300 to $500 even. The fragrances are sent right to your door, and they come in these convenient cases for you to use. The ones that were sent to me were Chris Collins, Modern Gentleman, and Sexual Secret Man, which, I mean, come on. That one actually was my favorite. It fits right in line with the scents that I'm used to wearing, which are often lighter, more fresher fragrances. And on the scent profile card, I immediately noticed sandalwood, which I love anything with sandalwood in it, and now I know what to look for when I'm buying my next bottle of cologne. So if you want to try out Scentbird for yourself, use my coupon code JAMES55 at Scentbird for 55% off. That's just a little over $7 for your first month. And Scentbird is available in the USA and Canada. I do hope you guys check them out. I love using Scentbird. They're a great service. If you do, let me know what you end up getting. With all that being said, thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring, and now back to the video. Ugh, man, I'm bored of wearing that hat. I'm glad I took that off.
It's not gonna be easy taking Josh's old van and turning it into something cool.
Really? Isn't this like all you guys fucking do?
Well, the guy's in a rock band. It's gotta be one of the coolest jobs in the world. We gotta make this thing fun.
And let's give it a classic beach theme. We could turn this thing into an old school Woody.
That'd be sweet.
So normally they take the Extreme Makeover Home Edition route, just like they do in Pimp My Ride, where they just take one small detail or interest and then blow it out of proportion and make that the entire theme. And while they are taking the whole idea that he's in a band and this is a band van, and then they're continuing to make it a band van, that's one thing. But then they also just like pulled this beach theme out of their ass.
We could take a couple of real surfboards, cut them off at the ends, mount them to the back glass, and it'll give it a more authentic look.
We've got to give Josh more space. So let's put a luggage rack up top, give him a trailer for all of his gear. That'd give him a little more room inside.
You know, for the surfboards that they're adding that weren't an issue before.
Well, the inside of this thing is gonna look like a tiki lounge. We'll go ahead and throw some rattan upholstery on the walls and seats, some bamboo on the ceiling. It's gonna be like riding around inside a tropical paradise. And I wanna hook him up with a game console, and of course I'll throw in a killer audio system.
Yep, this is just a Pimp My Ride episode. It's even been a few videos since I've seen a Pimp My Ride episode where they have an Xbox, so this is refreshing.
What are we gonna call it?
Now, this is the worst part of the planning process because on Pimp My Ride, they don't usually name the vehicle. Every episode of this, they name the vehicle and it's usually bad. This episode is no exception.
Surf's up.
Nah, no worries.
Nah, no worries. Was that good?
No worries it is. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
No worries, that is a dog shitting ass name. That is the worst one I've heard yet.
Let's tear down! Coming out!
That was a bit much, don't you? Don't you? Now they gotta clean up all that fucking glass now.
They left behind some clothes. Woo! It's snowing!
It's not styrofoam, it's just fucking asbestos. They're just like... So now as we move on to painting this beast, they're gonna do that classic wood grain design, which I initially thought, okay, yeah, that'd be cool and retro. They're not putting wood paneling on it, they're just gonna paint wood, which looks just as bad as you would think.
Drop shadows are done, planks are in. Now it's time to put some detail in, add some dowels.
I mean, it does look like a Pimp My Ride car because of that, so I guess that might be what they're going for, I don't know.
Nothing like the finishing touches, huh? Van's done except for the name. We're gonna hit this with a black base, with a little white highlight to it. This thing will be ready for the beach. All right, all done.
God, that stupid fucking name.
Josh has got no worries.
Josh has got no worries. It doesn't feel right, I'm sorry, man.
Spring break's all about hanging out and dancing, and there's no better way to do that than on a dance floor.
We're gonna hook this piece into the top cover.
Is this still like their band van? Because they've gone completely off the rails. Now this is like a spring break, tiki bar, island retreat, vacation extravaganza.
We're gonna put a surfboard down, we're gonna put a top over it, and be able to see our surfboard through the acrylic.
Hop up there and try this thing out.
I ain't hopping up there trying it out.
Nothing says spring break quite like a luau, so we're gonna transform the inside of Josh's van into a rolling tiki hut.
I feel like halfway through filming this episode, they got a memo from corporate just saying like, we got to do a spring break thing. MTV's doing it, and I know. You just find a way to fit it into your episode.
Instead of using real bamboo, I got this stuff from Texture Plus. It's lightweight, it's a lot easier to work with.
Yeah, this shit is not regulation. I got it for dirt fucking cheap. I don't think this is like good to be around. With them not using real wood paneling on the outside and them not using real bamboo for these sheets, like, do they not have a budget from CMT? Or is this like a passion project coming out of their own pockets? What's going on?
The final piece that we're gonna put on, I got a couple of tiki heads, so we'll just screw them right into our wall. The mask.
What was that?
Why don't you check the bed out?
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, this is definitely in the running for worst sleeping apparatus on Trick My Truck. It doesn't beat the one from the first episode where they just like took out his bed entirely and put in like boat seats. The only way he looks kind of comfortable is because he's at work right now. That is the only reason this is like semi-comfortable looking.
Our surfboards are gonna sit on here just like this. We're just getting our holes marked so we can drill them out. Nice.
Not too bad for two non-surfers.
I used to be a surfer in my day.
Sure you were. You keep living that dream, though.
What?
Got some tiki heads that are going in, 2 20-inch TVs, 2 Xbox Elites.
Looks like they got this shit out of a Pimp My Ride vehicle from a junkyard that someone just got rid of for obvious reasons.
I'm getting the Xbox 360 Elites ready that we got for Josh and his gang.
Xbox 360 Elites. Golly shit, that brings me back. Okay, maybe this truck was pretty tricked at the time if they've got 2 Xbox Elites in the back.
All right, Rob, you ready to go down?
I ain't going down. I've been playing video games since you was in diapers.
Let's do it.
Okay, once again, they are never good at pretending to play video games on this show. I think one of the last Trick My Truck episodes, they were like just button mashing a PlayStation controller just like they do in the movies.
Get past the wood grain, hit it with some candy, add our shadows, add our highlights, throw on some fire. All right, there you go. Flames are done, tiki guy's done. This thing's looking killer. Throw some clear on it, take it over the guys in the shop.
Okay, sorry, I have to admit, this guy is actually very talented with doing art. They all are in these shows. I just want to give credit where credit is due. Even if there's no reason whatsoever for this van to look like a tiki bar.
Hey guys,
Hey Josh, how's the band doing?
hanging in there. Definitely can't wait to get the old van back.
Definitely hanging in there. Finally get to get the old van back. Yeah, let's go inside.
Oh my god!
Okay, not trying to hate on this guy, but he kind of is giving mad scientist vibes. He kind of reminds me of Lex Luthor from Batman v Superman.
This is amazing. Thank you guys so much.
Let's go check out your van then.
All right.
Let's do it.
Hey, Josh, come on back. Yeah!
Hey, Josh. Here, now.
Everybody needs surfboards, so we cut off the back of 2, mount them to your back glass to give you that authentic vintage look.
It just looks like someone who was going to the beach to ride on their surfboards got into an accident, and their surfboards just flew through the back window of this van.
We mount you a luggage rack from 4x4 connections to stow all your gear and let you ride down the road in style.
Well, we definitely needed that.
And we definitely needed that. Yeah, okay, let's go on to the next thing, I guess.
Oh man. Oh man.
The inside of this car looks like the equipment that you would see in the play area of your mall, like that fake wood on the trees and shit like that.
Take a look in the back.
Yeah!
He sounds like Chris Angel once he does a trick.
Right here!
Up here, yeah!
We threw some bamboo on the ceiling and covered your walls in rattan.
What's this thing here in the middle?
What's this thing here in the middle? Was that good?
Well, we didn't want you guys to get bored out on the road, so we threw in an Xbox 360, covered it with plexiglass, so that way you guys can play on your own or head-to-head. Choice is yours.
That's awesome!
We love the enthusiasm. We love that you love this van. You know, we worked hard on it. It's nice to see it be appreciated. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just.
We repositioned your bucket seats to face backwards, and we mounted a bench seat in the back that folds down to a bed.
I cannot believe you guys did this to my van.
I cannot believe you guys did this to my van. I seriously can't believe you guys did this to my fucking van. What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, wow.
We stripped off your old door panels and replaced them with the surfable fiberglass.
That's awesome!
Well, Josh, we got one more thing for you. Check this out.
I gotta give credit to this guy. He is probably given the best reactions we've seen on either Pimp My Ride and Trick My Truck, like, put together.
There's no way you're gonna fit all your gear in there, so we hooked you up with this trailer and Rhino painted to match it to your van.
And I just can't believe this. Oh, yeah!
You know, I wish they would have done this for the band van that we saw in the last Pimp My Ride episode, because they basically did the same thing where they just turned the inside into a club without any regard as to like how they're going to store and travel with their gear. That's why I think Trick My Truck is probably ethically the better show, because they actually do, from what I've understood, fix mechanical issues and do practical shit, except for that shit-ass bed that they took out of that guy's truck in that first episode and replaced with the boat seats. That one, I don't think I can get over that one.
I mean, this is the coolest thing anyone ever has done for us.
Wow. Oof, man, I'm sorry about that, but you're welcome.
Gosh, we had a good time tricking out No Worries.
Wait, you named it No Worries? You named my van No Worries. Please tell me you didn't fucking paint it on the side.
Have a good time at spring break. We'll check you later.
And they were really going hard with this shit this episode. That must have been on that memo from corporate I was talking about earlier. Now, usually on Pimp My Ride, we get to see the reactions from the friends, which we do on here too. We just don't get to hear them say anything. Usually they do some kind of like talking head thing where they're like, man, this was a piece of shit before. It stunk and we don't like our friend. But now everything's changed. But yeah, another wholesome episode of Trick My Truck. I always feel a little better watching this show than Pimp My Ride because Pimp My Ride, they, like I said, they really kind of fuck him over most of the time. But anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy this episode. I am going to do MILF Manor again at some point. I've been trying to sit my white ass down and listen, but man, that is I hate watching that show. I'm just going to say it, I hate watching that show. I don't hate watching anything I do on this channel except for MILF Manor. And I still have the second half of the entire series, so I'm working on it, okay? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, like, comment, share with your friends, subscribe if you're new here and you enjoyed. And once again, thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring. Don't forget to check out my links below. And with all that being said, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Chris James,